Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so in this video we're going to do a tutorial on how to get your strumming to sound good, how to make it have rhythmic flow, how to make it sound relaxed and generally sound like it's got groove to it. If your strumming sounds wooden and you're struggling to actually work out the mechanics of how to get it to sound like the pros, then please watch this video. So before we get into it, my name's Chris, and if you're new here, we do tutorial videos on the basics of guitar, bass and drums, and we also do product reviews, and we follow my adventures as a pro musician and music teacher. So if that sounds good, please consider liking the video, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more future content. Right, so let's get into it. Now, in a previous video, we talked about how we hold the plectrum. So just to go back into that quickly, although I recommend you check it out in full, essentially what we do is we grab the plectrum lightly between our thumb and index finger, we tuck the rest of our fingers round, and the key is we don't have too much plectrum poking out. Now, strumming is a mixture of down strums and up strums. So I'll link to the other video that goes into this in more detail, but essentially a down strum, you want to have the pick angled like so it doesn't dig in, and the way to do that is to get your index finger close to the strings, and on the way back we turn it and we drag it up at this angle, not digging it in like that, so it's like a waving motion. So as I say, all that said, I go into that more on my video on how to hold a pick or how to hold a plectrum. So here we're going to talk about how to actually use our right hand to make the chords sound good. So here's a typical strumming pattern. Okay, so you'll notice hopefully that my right hand, or my strumming hand, it keeps moving. It's not jerky. It doesn't do this. It's smooth and it keeps beating time. So what's the reason and the method behind this? Well, okay, so we're talking here about eighth note strumming or quaver strumming. So for those of you that don't know, if you've got 4 beats in a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, at that sort of tempo, you might typically subdivide that into eighth notes. They're called eighth notes because there's 8 in a bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the way we would do eighth note strumming, any pattern in eighth note strumming, no matter how rhythmic it sounds, we keep our hand moving like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so I'll put a diagram here with arrows so you can show down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I were to touch the strings on every one of those, it would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Typically though, that strum isn't what you'd find. It's a little bit busy, there's a bit too much rhythmic content in it. So let's build something up, starting from basics. Now, first of all, we could just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one down strum for every beat of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's a diagram demonstrating that. But what you'll see is that we are actually, of course, also doing an up strum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Of course we're coming back up, otherwise it would just stop. So that, even though it's only 4 beats, quarter notes or crotchets in a bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, I am actually following my model of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the theme here, which we'll keep repeating, is your strumming hand keeps moving. No matter what the rhythm you're trying to achieve, your strumming hand keeps moving. It doesn't stop and start. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want you to get comfortable doing that. Okay, nice and gentle, stroking down the guitar so it's nice and relaxed. Now, the next step would be to introduce some, but not all, of the up strums. So if we have a rhythm, and I'll put it on the screen now, where we go down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, you can see that that hand keeps moving. It's not going 1, 2 and 3 and 4. It's not stopping and starting. That just sounds wrong. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Come on, keep beating time with your hand. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So you can see that I'm actually missing out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm missing out the and after 1 and after 4. The hand is still doing it. It's moving through the air. It's an air shot, if you like. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Any like that will do that. You could go 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and, or 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. But the key is the model, the strumming machine, if you like, that is your strumming hand. It keeps moving, and what gives it its rhythm is when you hit the strings. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so there are a few combinations you can try, loads of them. Just mess about with it. Now, that's quite easy. Well, easy, more straightforward. Still doesn't sound particularly interesting, although of course it will suit for many songs. The reason I say that's more straightforward is that on the main beat, the 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm actually strumming the guitar. I'm hitting on every down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're putting extra up strums in every now and again, but we're not missing out any of the down strums. We're not doing air shots and missing the strings on any of the down strums. Where it becomes difficult is where we miss out 1 and 2, 3, and missing out the down strums and only doing the up strums, because that's against what we naturally want to do. We're feeling the pulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, so we naturally want to strike the strings. However, what if we have this rhythm? I'll change chord. Very typical 8th note strum. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen for you. It's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So to break that down, we're hitting on the 1, missing on the and, hitting on the 2, hitting on the 2 and then crucially missing on the main 3, which is where it's difficult. Hitting on the and after 3, hitting on the 4, missing on the and after 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and miss and 4. 1, 2 and miss and 4. Notice, this isn't stopping. If it did, it would sound like this. I can tell the difference. That sounds wooden, doesn't flow. Certainly faster. Do it like this. See how natural that feels? Beating time. Like I'm playing a tambourine or shaker with this hand, it never stops. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so here's what we have to do. Look at the arrow diagram, there it is. And I'll keep it on the screen in the corner. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Down, down, up, down. I don't mind how you think about it. I'd rather you counted it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. However, you can just think of it in terms of down, down, up, down. 2 upstrokes in a row with a missed out down strum. And you have to do that time and again until it starts to feel natural. Then you speed it up. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 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 So then we could try this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and. So you see we're missing out the 2 2, 3, 4. Missing out those strong downbeats is what's difficult. Okay, so in essence, practice, practice, practice. Right, summary points then. Keep your right hand relaxed. Watch my other video about how to hold a plectrum for more detail on that, because it's quite an extensive subject, a bit too long for here, so check that one out. But essentially, we keep our strumming machine, our strumming hand, in my case right hand, if you're left-handed, be your left hand, we keep that moving. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and what makes the rhythm is which ones we hit the guitar on. So we could try them all. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just up strums. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and but more likely 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. You can experiment. There's loads. I mean, there's combinations, countless combinations you can do. But the most important thing is we keep that strumming hand moving. Don't hit it too hard. And obviously, as per my other videos, which you'll